Hi friends, I hope you're all doing well. So today I'm here to answer an important question that is going on in the community these days. Okay, so people want to know, is it necessary to awaken your Kundalini to be in reunion with your twin flame? Okay, and I will get to the answer of this question. I will explain whether you need awakened Kundalini and Kundalini to reach your third eye in order to be in union with your twin or not. Okay, but before that I would like to clarify a few things. See, there are a lot of teachers that are spreading distorted teachings, and it is understandable because uh, this whole spiritual aspect that we have, it's quite unclear, because it's not this practical reality we are dealing with. It is a field that is quite unlimited, so there are different people with different beliefs, but yet I don't think that you should distort the truth like that, okay, just because you're so desperate for validation. Okay, so the wrong belief systems that are going on in the community right now is, there are people that are claiming that they have activated their Markaba. It's a very good thing if you've activated your Markaba, but it's a very immature thing, a very silly thing if just to get validation you're claiming that. Okay, and the worst thing is the stupid followers. Okay, see, people are ignorant, they don't have enough knowledge about Kundalini, they don't have enough knowledge about Markaba, so any nonsense that some manipulative person will say, they believe it. Okay, and if you noticed, most of these narcissistic spiritual teachers that we have, you come to know how they are narcissistic by the type of people that are around them. You'll find all these really ignorant, people who put them on a pedestal. Those kinds of people will be around them. Intelligent people will not be around them. That is one way how you can identify a validation hungry narcissist. Okay, now it is not that these teachers aren't teaching anything nice, they are doing a lot of good work, but they still have karma in their solar plexus, they still have all these narcissistic behaviors, and they still have stupid followers, okay, that put them on a pedestal. And the way they manipulate the stupid followers is like, people who don't have intelligence, they say to them, oh, you're so perfect, you are this divine soul. Yes, you are a divine soul, but there is a difference between the soul and your present 3D stupid personality that is spiritually codependent on this person. You're getting me? Okay. So they put them in this validation trap. Okay. And that is how they get followers. Okay. They'll place themselves on a very high pedestal that they have not achieved using manipulation, mind manipulation techniques that narcissists do. And they will provide some of that validation to their only stupid subscribers, only stupid subscribers. So it's like a transaction that is going on. You validate me, I validate you. Okay. There's no real achievement anywhere over here. Okay, anyway, that said, so there are many teachers that are claiming that, I have activated my Markava without activating my Kundalini. Now this is such a joke. This is such a joke because when the Markaba activates, your Kundalini also activates. They both come together. Kundalini is the Adi Shakti, and Markaba is the Shiva consciousness. It's your avatar self. Okay, they cannot be without each other. Okay, now why they are saying that I have activated my Markaba but I have not activated my Kundalini? Because it takes proof. Somebody whose Kundalini is activated, you can see it in them, you can feel it in their body. These people don't have any proof. Okay, so they distort the truth. They will say, I have activated my Markaba but not activated my Kundalini. Okay, but the fact is that both Markaba activation and Kundalini activation happens at the same time. You cannot separate one from the other. And what is Markaba activation? When your Markaba is activated, the amount of energy that flows in your body, when mine was activated first, I couldn't stay in this body, I was leaving my body. I was not in this body. It creates out of body projection. Okay, so the amount of energy that flows in your body is tremendous. Okay, and this energy that flows inside your body, it causes the kundalini to rise. So both happen simultaneously. Now there is some time during which this energy, this tremendous energy of the Merkaba goes into the planet Earth and supports the planet. Okay, that is how the ascended star seeds and illumined twin flames are helping to raise the planet Earth. Earth's vibration, okay, helping to stabilize the planet, because all these natural disasters that are happening, it causes us drain on Mother Earth and she loses the energy, okay. So to give that energy back, the star seeds are here, and the energy from the Merkaba, 50% of the energy of the Merkaba is going into the planet, okay. So that is how our bodies can withstand it, because half of the energy is going in the planet, okay. So this woman is claiming that she has activated her Merkaba without activating the Kundalini. Not possible. Not possible. Now there is a time period when your Merkaba is activated, energy is going, half the energy is going in the planet, half the energy is working on your system, clearing all the chakra blockages and balancing the chakras. Okay, now during that time your Kundalini is not risen. Okay, it is there in your body, it is circulating in your body, but it is not doing something which is called chakra bedan. Okay, now there are two terms related to chakras. One is chakra activation, one is chakra balancing, three terms, sorry, and third is chakra bedan. Okay, now chakra bedan is the mastery of the chakra. Okay, chakra activation is when you're learning about the chakra is spinning, stopping. Okay, chakra balancing is basically when you've cleared all the karmic blockages from the chakra and you have activated the chakra, and you're walking in the balance of that chakra. Okay, so that aspect of your life is quite balanced. Okay, this is when the reunion happens. Actually, this is when the reunion, when your third eye is balanced, basically all your chakras are cleared and balanced, then the reunion happens. Okay, but chakra bedan is a very different thing, and it is connected with the Merkaba. When the chakra bedan happens, your kundalini stays risen in that particular chakra. Okay, whether it's your solar plexus, whether it's your heart, whether it's your throat, whether it's your third eye, it stays risen. Okay, and when it stays risen in your crown chakra, you're not in this planet, you're not in this dimension at all. Okay, now this is something very mysterious that even I am researching on. Okay, and even I am getting downloads on this thing. But one thing I know, you cannot be with a risen kundalini in your third eye on this planet, on this earth, not in the 3D anymore. At least this planet has to reach to a certain level in order for you to hold that. Okay, that also I'm not sure, because in order to hold that kind of energy, you are really not in 3D, you are really not in 4D even, because you are in 5D. Okay, so that really happens when you are in 5D. Okay, so now these people are saying that my Merkaba is activated. What is the proof? Okay, see, there are two proofs if your Merkaba is activated. One thing is your Kundalini will stay risen. Okay, your Kundalini will be active. Okay, and the other proof, okay, which they are ignorant followers don't know, is that your skin turns crystalline. Okay, now they are saying that I have clairvoyance, I have psychic gifts, so my Merkaba is activated. Okay, uh, having psychic gifts is not a proof of Merkaba activation. Okay, anybody who clears and balances their chakras can get psychic gifts. I know many psychics, they're terrible people. They're terrible people and they have gifts. Okay, does it mean their Kundalini has risen? No. Does it mean their Merkaba is activated? No. But their chakras are clear and balanced to a certain degree. Okay, but their Kundalini is not risen. Their Kundalini is not risen, and their Merkaba is not activated, yet they have psychic powers. Okay, so you get psychic gifts they already have. They have clairvoyance, they have clairaudience, they have telepathy. So get this very clear, psychic gifts is not a proof that somebody has activated their Merkaba, not at all. And also having high energy levels, because some teachers are saying that my Merkaba is activated. Proof of that is that I have psychic gifts. Proof of that is the amount of productivity I do in my day, the amount of people I heal in a day. Okay, see, high energy levels are because your solar plexus is very activated and balanced. So, if a person can achieve a lot of things in their day, and if a person can, really be highly productive and do a lot of healings and have this all this heavy duty stuff, if they can do, if they have high amounts of energy, it just means that their solar plexus is very clear and balanced. And sometimes it can also, so narcissistic people, and these people look young also, okay, they look young also, because essentially their solar plexus is functioning in a very vampiric way. They have a lot of cords that go to other people, and they keep saying that, I look young, but actually they are very narcissistic, and they have energy cords that run to people and they drain people's energy. Okay, that is how they achieve a lot of high energy level during the day. They achieve a lot of tasks during the day and they keep looking younger, because basically at the solar plexus is polarized, imbalanced, and they are narcissistic. They're basically draining energy from people. Okay, this is also another way how people can look young and how people can achieve a lot in their life, in their day. And yet these people have psychic powers. Okay, see, the asuras and the demons, they also have psychic powers. The vampires, they also have psychic powers. Just because someone has psychic powers doesn't mean their kundalini is activated, doesn't mean their Merkaba is activated. Okay, even demons have psychic powers. Get that very clear. Okay, so people that function parasitically, draining other people's energy, they have cords from the solar plexus, they also have psychic powers. They also have high intuition levels and they look younger. They don't age so much. So you have to discern whether this person you're following, who is this person? Who is this person? Is this a manipulative person that is just seeking validation? Okay. Anyways, let's come to the next point. So what is this Merkaba? Okay, Merkaba is basically your higher self. It is your avatar self. It is your light body. Okay, and I'll come to this point later on, where Kundalini ascension is necessary for twin flame union or not. So Merkaba is your avatar self. It is your light body, and it belongs to the 5D being. Once you, it is all about ascension. It is all about ascension. Now, ascension is not necessary for your twin flame reunion. Okay, and again, there are degrees of ascension. All right, there are degrees of ascension. So Merkaba is your avatar self, it is your light body self, it is related to being grounded in the fifth dimension. See, when you embody your Merkaba, no, you're grounded in 5D. Right now my Merkaba is activated, but it is not fully embodied. Because when it is fully embodied, I will probably not be in this version of reality. Right now you will not understand what I'm saying, because these things come from a very esoteric, metaphysical place of knowledge. But you cannot embody your avatar self and be in this planet. You are on a different planet. So it is a little bit complicated, but it goes into the parallel universes theory. So actually what you're seeing right now here is just a projection. It's a temporary projection that I am here, because actually I am really grounded in the fifth dimension. Okay, I am grounded in the fifth dimension. That is what happens when the Merkaba activates. When your Merkaba avatar self activates, you're just here temporarily. You're just here temporary. Okay, it is, you are here to do your mission, and at a certain point you have to go home. Okay, so whether that will look like a physical death, or whether that will look like a physical ascension, I have no clue right now. Okay, but as my journey progresses, I'm being given little clues about it. Okay, so one thing I'm being told that when I fully embody my Markaba, I will not be on this planet. Okay, it will be a different version of Earth, you can say so. Okay, and everybody projects a holographic reality around themselves. Remember that. Okay, so that is how you are completely in charge of which personal reality you experience and which collective Earth reality you experience. There are many collective Earth realities, and there are many that you can choose from. There are many collective Earth realities that you can choose from. Okay, and this is connected to different timelines, past, present, and future timelines. Okay, so it is about the parallel universes. So that is a little bit about the Markaba, and yeah, the Markaba is the ascension vehicle, and even in the Bible, it is described somewhere. It is known as the chariot of fire because it is entirely of white light, and white light is the light of your avatar self. It is white and golden. Okay, and one more point I missed out to say is these people who claim that their Markaba is activated, why don't the stupid followers who put them on their pedestal, why don't they ask them for some proof? Because if your Markaba is activated, you have crystalline skin. How, when your Markaba is activated, so much energy is flowing in your body. Your human body cannot stand that. The human body cannot stand that level of energy. Okay, for 3 years, I'm having very harsh, fast heartbeat. Okay, for 3 years, I've been having shallow breath. Okay, how can my body stand this? I would have got hypertension by now. I would have got some serious issues by now. For 3 years. And not only that, it's not only that you're having this, high heartbeat, heart rate, and shallow breath, you are also having this level of heartbeat and breath ramp up in the middle. Like after, whenever all these transits happen, this goes to a next level. This really goes to a next level. There are pains in your body, and you go through a hell lot because you cannot, this energy that flows through you, okay, it's tremendous. It is tremendous. Now half of the energy goes into the planet. That is really very nice because you feel good after that. And after the energy comes inside you feel a lot of pain for a while, but then the energy goes into the planet and you're back, you're okay, you're a little bit grounded. But the proof you should ask these people who claim that their Markaba is activated. Your skin turns crystalline. That is the only way you can handle this energy. See, when this tons of energy flows into your body, two things will happen. Two things can happen. Either your body will fail, your organs will fail functioning, it will stop functioning, your heart will stop functioning, you land in the hospital. See, normally, even when people just simply activate their Kundalini, they have landed in the hospital. I have heard stories, some people have gone crazy, some people have landed in the hospital. Because this is not a joke to activate Kundalini and to hold Kundalini. If you are into Kundalini sadhana, please go to a qualified guru who is not faking, okay, who is a genuine guru and who himself carries that level of Kundalini, okay. Go to a proper guru and then do the Kundalini sadhana. Okay, unless you are a starseed, unless you are a Illumine twin flame, because then, of course, your soul is in charge of all of this. Okay, and what is your soul? Your soul is your Markaba. Okay, so two things can happen when your Markaba activates. Either, two things can happen when your Kundalini activates. Okay, either your physical body will like degenerate. I mean, I don't know what can happen. You can land in the hospital. You'll have serious issues, or your physical body will transform. Two things can happen. Okay, when your Markaba activates, two things can happen. Either your